Six String Philosophy. Yes, we're going to do our best to dip into the work of Emitt Rhodes.
Gonna try.
All right, so we become Rhodes scholars for the last couple of weeks, at least, right?
Yes.
You brought this one to the table. So what attracted you to the song? What's the why should we all care as viewers?
He's considered this like an enigma of self-recording for its time. He did it, as I was saying, before Ram. Paul McCartney's Ram.
Pretty much instantly when you hear Emitt Rhodes, if you've never heard him before,
he's coined as like the one-man Beatles. And when I did come across this song was because I was listening to Ram and different similar genres of music from that era. And then he came up and I thought it was Paul McCartney. I'm looking and it wasn't. So he sounds very similar to him.
And a lot of the musical arrangement is uncanny how Beatlesque it is. Even sounds like stuff that George would have done, and
right.
Every bit of it. So, anything come across of how comfortable he is being compared with the Beatles?
No, he just would joke about it, I think, the few interviews I've seen. But yeah, I don't know. Similar career in a sense. They played like early television shows. Yeah, with this band called the Merry-Go-Round, which was like he was 16 or 17, and basically he was signed to A&M Records, which is insane. Like at that age, and he had a few like hits with them. That band ultimately disbanded, and he had to finish the recording contract with A&M, which he did on that, and he didn't get sued.
Wasn't it like a hellacious contract, or did that come later?
That one was...
This wasn't the backbreaker.
He just made it. This wasn't the backbreaker. He fulfilled that contract, but right after that he did a solo record, which I believe this Promises I Made was one of them, where this next contract, I think it was Dunhill Records, was different. They wanted him to make a record every 6 months. And this one, like this song is on, it took him like over a year to do.
Okay.
So they ended up suing him for $250,000. And that basically ended his whole career.
And he was encumbered where he couldn't take on other contracts and stuff.
He didn't want to do anything after that. And he just kind of disappeared, had a family and stuff. And then 43 years later, in like 2016, he had someone convince him to do another album before he died in 2020, basically.
I didn't get a chance to listen to the one you recommended yet, but I can link it.
Very different, but
here. I think it's here. Oh, so we were mentioning also artists that have a similar arc, where you would say that were super promising. Speaking of promises they made, and then things kind of went askew. I have one. You want to go first?
No, you go first.
All right.
Yeah.
So the one that I came across, I'm not sure, we've never spoken about this, Sixto Rodriguez. You ever heard of him?
No, I don't think so.
He sang a song called Sugar Man, which you might have heard.
Okay.
Really cool. I also will link that somewhere. You'll love this guy.
Sweet.
So similar thing. It's like it seems like in his day, might have had a minute where his songs were circulating in the 70s, and then something happened with his career where I think his might have been, he kind of disappeared into the streets a little bit and just, I guess became anonymous that way. But people rediscovered his music, and then someone made a documentary about him. And I think people tried again to bring him around and give him the renown that he deserved. You mentioned another group that hit it way bigger, but was kind of abbreviated and cut short.
Oh, you're bad.
Yeah.
Emitt Rhodes, his career was similar to how Badfingers was way more detrimental. I didn't really get too into it, but it was like on a way larger scale. Yeah.
And then what was the tune was from Breaking Bad. That's how this conversation began off camera, right?
Yes, Baby Blue.
If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, the very last credits sequence runs with Baby Blue.
Yes.
Which is an awesome song. That's got to be a future spotlight.
And the other one, which was produced by Paul McCartney. If you ever come and get it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You gotta, because it's going fast. That was a big Badfinger song.
Awesome.
That he produced on Apple Records. Yeah, that was one of the ones
nice.
Badfinger was known for.
These are not one-hit wonders, especially that group, because they had several. They had a run, and they stayed relevant.
Yeah. Well, no, they were young. It was actually the 27 Club, too, with some of these guys in Badfinger.
Okay.
bad management. All their money was just gone one day after they made like, you know, a fortune. It's really awful. And similar to like Emitt Rhodes, where he was sued for $250,000 because he didn't fulfill a record contract in time, more or less. But he wrote these great songs, like, you know, dozens of them.
Oh, Harry Nilsson.
Yes.
That's another guy, you know, that kind of started at the bottom of the mountain, made it to the top, and then, you know, kind of tumbled down again.
And I want to say he did that song I was just singing. Harry
Did he?
Nilsson. I think so. One of the Badfinger songs he covered after Badfinger.
He was an incredible talent. Oh, my Lord.
Unbelievable, yes.
Yeah. You know, I think the difference between Emitt and the rest of these characters is that he never really got his due, right? I mean...
Emitt?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. No.
Yeah, I mean, everyone I speak to, I talk to some, you know, real music people.
No one knows of them.
No, they're like, who's that? You know, it's like...
It's bizarre, yeah. He's like kind of forgotten about, but then there's a lot of niche things. It's like, oh, you got to hear this guy Emitt Rhodes. He's unbelievable. It sounds like Paul McCartney.
People who had horrible contracts, is that what made Prince do the symbol eventually? I feel like he had to ditch his name, so he became the artist formerly known as Prince and had the symbol, you know?
Yeah.
And I think also Neil Young had a crap contract at one point, and he was like almost sarcastically putting out bad music. Like I think he did a doo-wop album. Neil Young.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was trying to piss off the management so they would drop him because he wanted to do music for somebody else. So he just,
I don't know anything about that.
But yeah, so I mean, I just think it's interesting how much the music business can impact music in such a either positive or negative way, I guess.
Totally,
you know.
yeah.
Anyway, so we should probably dig into this one.
Yeah. Ever since you left gone, the days don't seem so bright, and I wish I could forget you, but I can't. Ever since you have gone, I never felt quite right, and I promised I'd forget all that you meant. Now that I'm alone, I can't stop myself from thinking. I can't stop myself from breaking promises I've made to myself. You must believe I have promised myself I wouldn't dream of you, but I find that awful hard sometimes. I do. I have promised myself I wouldn't think of you, but I find that just as hard. You know it's true. Now that I'm alone, I can't stop myself from thinking. I can't stop myself from breaking promises I've made to myself. You must believe. That was it. Superb.